Hello, my name is Chad Lucas. I'm a senior SE with Nutanix, and today I'm going to be showing you a quick demo on how to take an existing VM I've deployed inside of my Nutanix cluster and actually create that into an image that can be consumed by a Calm Blueprint. So the idea behind this is that I've deployed a VM, did a bunch of base updates to it, basically really created a VM that I would like to use as a reproducible image inside of a Calm Blueprint, so that in the future I could use Calm to deploy my SQL server, an HTTP server, or whatever. But my base image is set and has all the updates and bind utilities and net utilities, etc. that I want installed on the VM. So we'll just go to Explore here real quick, and I'll show you my VMs that are deployed. This is the CentOS base image that we're going to be working with today. And the first thing I want to do is find some information about this VM. So I'm going to open up a couple terminal windows. And I've already SSH'd into one of my CVMs. So first thing I want to do is get some information on that VM, but let's look at the list of VMs in my cluster. So just do an ACLI VM list, and I can see there's a CentOS base. Get some more information on that guy. And a few things I want to pay attention to here, actually just a couple, is the VM disk UUID and the container UUID. So I wanted to check this container because I'm going to need that in the naming convention for the NFS share that I'm going to use to create this image. So I'll pop over to this other window and I'm going to do an NCLI container. And get a list of my containers. And what I'm looking for is the container UUID that has these last few digits here. And if I look here, 7D462, you got 7D462 here. I can tell that's the right one. So the name of that is the self-service container. So I'm going to copy this, flip back over to Prism Central, and I want to go to Images, and I want to add an image. I want to use the URL, and this is where I'm going to type in NFS ://. This is where you enter the the cluster IP address of the Nutanix cluster, not the Prism Central IP. Keep that in mind. And then the container name, then .acropolis, and VM disk. And then I want to flip back over, and this is where I need that VM disk UUID. So copy him, paste him in there, upload, give it a name that makes sense. And click save. So I'll let this guy run for a few minutes, and I'll flip over the tasks here in just a second so we can see that it's deploying that VM. All right, so let's check the status of the deployment here. Do a little refresh. And it looks like we're good. So we'll just go to Explore, look at our images, and there's the CentOS Calm deploy. So now we're ready to actually create a Calm blueprint to use this as the image. So we'll flip over to our Apps tab. And we're going to create a new blueprint. Let's call this CentOS HTTP blueprint, because we're going to install an HTTP server. So we need to just give it a name here. Add a service, click the plus sign there. Nutanix is my cloud platform. Operating system is Linux. I'm going to give this VM a unique name, so I'm going to keep these variables in here. These are just the defaults, so that way every time this blueprint is used to deploy a VM, the VM will get a unique name. So it'll basically be a random array index from COM and then timestamp. This is where I select that image we just created. CentOS COM deploy. Give it some infrastructure resources. Initiate a cloud init script. So this is just going to be a basic echo host name. And got to give it a network adapter. We want to verify a successful login after creation. We got to give it credentials to do that, obviously. So I'm going to add a credential here. Make sure we're all checked out or okay. Looks good. Save it. Looks like we got a validation error. Doesn't like the credential, so I must have typed something in wrong. So let's go to my credentials. Save it. There we go. Not sure what I typed in wrong there, but we're good. So now we just want to create the install package. So we need to add that task. And we're just going to execute a shell script here. And I also want to make sure that I keep all my packages up to date. So there's not really going to be any updates here because I just updated this VM. But in a week or two from now, if I pull up this blueprint and launch a deployment of this, it'll go out and check, and any of my packages that need updated will update it. And we have to select the credential here. Everything looks good. Save it. Looks like we're good there. So let's launch this guy. Give him a name. And click create. So in a second here, it'll pop us over to the application getting created. And you can see it's provisioning. We can go to the audit tab and watch it as it creates. Should be finishing up here shortly. Looks like we're all good. So did a successful login, did the HTTP install. We can actually look, pop this out, and look at the packages it installed. And then obviously no packages were marked for an update. Like I said, I just updated this guy, so no surprise there. So we're all good to go. If I click on my applications tab, I'll see that this CentOS application is out there. We'll flip back over and just look at that VM real quick. And there's the VM itself. Flip over Prism Element. Look at my VMs in here. Obviously it should show up in here as well. There's his IP address. We'll do a test login even though I know it works. IP address was 62. You can also just verify the HTTP install. Oops. So we're good. That completes this demo. Hope you found it useful. Look forward to doing more. Thanks, everybody, and have a great day.